Good evening now. We begin tonight with traffic problems here in Richland County as Richland County leaders now are discussing a new traffic calming policy which will address speeding through residential neighborhoods. News 19's Rachel Ripp is in studio tonight. She's joining us now with details on how this policy could help people reach resolutions faster. Rachel, what's going on?
Yes, that's right, JR. Now, traffic calming means the intentional slowing of traffic in residential areas by installing something like a speed hump. Now, the idea of this new policy is that instead of folks waiting on a list backlogged 6 to 9 months long for a resolution from Richland County, an initial review from Richland County happens quicker so that locals making that request know the criteria up front.
The Richland County Development and Services Committee met Tuesday night in the name of moving progress along. That is, requests from neighbors to slow speedy drivers traveling past their homes. Richland County Council member Shakese Newton tells me speeding is one of the top complaints council members and the sheriff's office get from constituents. She says a formal public policy for traffic calming needed to be created,
so that we can make the process faster, so that we can make it more efficient, so that we can use fewer resources and also ensure that we're really working closely with our neighborhoods so that we can address their issues.
Initially, the internal process was a neighbor calls about speeding, they're placed on a list, then Richland County comes out to see if they meet the criteria. Now, the neighbor makes a call and an initial review is done faster by Richland County to make sure folks meet the criteria. County Engineer Sharani Fuller says her department looks at where intersections, driveways, and drainage is. They track if average daily traffic is more than 500 cars and line of sight, to name a few criteria.
We're really looking at geometry of the road, horizontal and vertical curves. So you want, when you're traveling, to have a good line of sight. So if you're traveling a road that has a lot of hills or severe curves, you wouldn't want to place something where someone didn't have a very clear visual as they're traveling up to it to know to slow down.
Moving the process along is something Gans Wilson, Forest Acres resident, likes the idea of. He says people often go 15 or 20 miles per hour over the speed limit down the road in front of his house, in which he says he's seen several narrow misses of cars hitting children.
If it's a process that actually moves forward and has actions behind it, and somebody actually comes out here and gets raw data from the speed of these vehicles and puts an action into place, there's going to be a lot of happy residents in this community because I think everybody's concerned.
Now, according to Richland County Council member Shakese Newton, this new policy will now likely be voted on by Richland County Council at their next meeting. That is May 2nd. Reporting in studio, Rachel Ripp, News 19 WLTX.